Okay, happy Friday. Wolfpack, what a week. Hope you guys had fun with the workouts. Hope you guys had a great week in general. We're going to kick it off with a fun little competitive style workout. So I did change it up just a little bit. It made a little bit more sense for classes, the feng shui, and just kind of for those big classes. This makes a little bit more sense to have everybody go to the rack at the same time to work on their split jerk. So we're just going to warm up for B and C with A. We're just going to take about 10 minutes. Warm up to a moderate weight just to warm up the squat, warm up the front rack position, warm up a little bit of the split jerk. So we're not looking to go super heavy. We're not looking for a max here. We're just looking to get the positions opened up, get a feel for a heavier front squat since the cleans are a little heavier, and then get some split jerk practice in. And probably build up to a weight, that we'd like to open at for C, or just get some comfort under our belt at a little bit moderate weight before we go into it. Okay, so 10 minutes you probably want to take. You could potentially even EMOM this, or maybe do one every couple minutes, every 90 seconds. Okay, we're just warming up. So focus on perfect front squat form, right chest upright, full depth, good rack position. That way everything's opened up for the squat cleans later. All right, getting a little blood in the legs. And then the split jerk, your goal is to use the light weights and the moderate weights to really prime your form and technique and speed under the bar. Since when we get into B and C, all of this is going to fatigue us for our jerk at the end. So we really need to hone in on our specifics that make the split jerk work, right? Tall rack position, when we dip, chest stays vertical. Full extension, right? Even over exaggerate your extension on your jerk, and then be even quicker with your feet into a good far back lunge position or half lunge position, right? Because we all know as we get tired, right, the bar doesn't come off the chest as much, our feet are slow and laggy, and we don't actually drop underneath, or we don't get the leg back, so it makes heavy jerks really, really hard. So really focus on those positions and those trigger points in A. Probably have a little bit more success in B and C, okay? Excuse me. So B, I just made an 8-minute AMRAP. We're going to do an ascending ladder of squat cleans and a gymnastic move. Your goal is to challenge yourself a little bit on the squat clean weight. I made the RX a little bit heavier than we would normally go, or that we often go. And plus, since we're starting off with these real small rep counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We're going in the ascending fashion. You have an opportunity to do a little bit heavier weight since you don't have to move as many reps in the beginning. So challenge yourself on a weight. I would highly recommend, even from the get-go, no matter what weight you choose, doing singles. It doesn't make much sense to hang on to the bar. One, from a grip perspective, since we do have gymnastics. 2, heart rate, fatigue. The descent down to the ground only blows up your midline. It blows up your heart rate, and your breathing gets really out of control. It's just more time under tension. You really don't save that much time going touch and go, especially in these early sets, right? You could do 2 touch and go in maybe 5 seconds, and you could do 2 singles in 7 seconds, right? And that 2 seconds that you save on the touch and go, is probably going to fatigue you a whole lot more than just dropping, resetting, and pulling from the ground. So I would highly recommend singles to get go, okay? And then our gymnastic move, again, the goal is to do a little bit more technical movement than we normally would. So chest to bars is going to be the RX, since we are starting with those shorter reps. If you're in between chest to bars and pull-ups, right, we could do, a high pull-up where we're trying to get that bar as close to the chest as possible. If we already scale these to some kind of banded pull-up, then you could do banded chest to bars, where you're reaching a little bit further and making sure we're touching our chest to that bar. So there's a lot of different ways that we can do this. If we're doing ring rows instead, right, we just make the ring rows even more challenging, especially in the beginning since we're in these smaller sets. So we should be trying to do a little bit more of a technical movement here if we can. You're going to build that for 8 minutes, as many reps as you can. Excuse me. And then another 8 minutes to find a 1-rep max jerk from the rack. So again, probably built up to something moderate here. Not a bad idea to start somewhere around that, or something that you need to get under your belt that's comfortable to hit. Coming off of this, there's going to be a whole lot of fatigue, right? Everything's going to be whacked out. So doing a pretty light weight to start to transition from B to C is a good idea, right? Even if you just keep the same weight on the bar and you just put it in the rack and then do your split jerk. As the 8 minutes go on in C, you're going to recover more. The heart rate's going to come down. The body's going to flush a little bit. The weights are going to get a little bit easier, essentially, or feel a little easier. Don't bark, Bandit. Don't do it. No, I told you don't do it. So anyways, pick a weight that you can hit from the get-go. The last thing you want is your first rep to be a fail. It's going to set you up just for a mental disaster. Make sure. Okay. Anyways, make sure that you hit your first rep and then build from there, right? You have 8 minutes. You could potentially do 5 really, really good lifts here. There's no need to rush. So get one under your belt. Slowly build your way up, feel everything out, and see what kind of heavy weight we can hit for the day. Okay, other than that, have a great Friday. Super excited. If you have questions, let me know. If not, enjoy the workout. And if I don't see you, have a fantastic weekend. We'll do it again Sunday. Bye.